Title: The Power of Imagination, The Little Boy's Magical Adventure, Chapter 1, The Ordinary Beginning. Once upon a time in the quiet town of Willowville, there lived a little boy named Oliver. He was an ordinary boy with an extraordinary imagination. Oliver had a mop of unruly brown hair that always seemed to stand on end, and his bright blue eyes sparkled with curiosity. He was known throughout the town for his vivid stories and incredible tales, but most people dismissed them as the wild imaginings of a child. Oliver's favorite place to spend his time was the town library. He loved the smell of old books and the feeling of being surrounded by knowledge. Every day after school, he would rush to the library to explore its shelves, searching for books about adventures, magic, and far-off lands. His imagination knew no bounds, and he dreamt of going on his own grand adventure one day. One sunny afternoon, as Oliver was wandering the aisles of the library, he stumbled upon an ancient-looking book hidden away in a dusty corner. The book's cover was worn, and its pages were yellowed with age. It was titled The Power of Imagination. Curiosity piqued, Oliver carefully opened the book and began to read. The pages were filled with stories of magical lands, talking animals, and brave heroes. As he read, he felt a strange tingling sensation, as if the words were coming to life in his mind. Chapter 2, The Discovery. One evening, while Oliver was reading the book in his room, he noticed something peculiar. The words on the page seemed to shimmer and dance before his eyes. He blinked in disbelief, but the strange phenomenon continued. It was as if the book itself was enchanted. Intrigued and a little scared, Oliver cautiously touched the page with his finger. To his amazement, his fingertip disappeared into the book as if it were a pool of water. He quickly pulled his finger back, but the book remained unchanged. He tried again, this time extending his hand further into the page. To his astonishment, his entire hand vanished into the book, leaving only his wrist visible. Oliver's heart raced with excitement and fear. He knew he had stumbled upon something incredible, something magical. With a deep breath, he made a decision. He would step into the book, into the world of imagination, and embark on the adventure of a lifetime. As he took his final step into the book, the room around him faded away, and Oliver found himself standing in a lush, green forest. Tall, ancient trees surrounded him, their branches swaying gently in a breeze that carried the scent of wildflowers. Oliver had entered a world beyond his wildest dreams, and little did he know that this was just the beginning of his extraordinary journey into the power of imagination. Stay tuned for more chapters in Oliver's magical adventure, where he will encounter strange creatures, learn to harness the power of his imagination, and discover the true meaning of courage and friendship. Chapter 3, The Enchanted Creatures. Oliver stood in the mysterious forest, his eyes wide with wonder. Everything around him seemed alive and vibrant, as if it had sprung from the pages of a fairy tale. He took a tentative step forward, leaves crunching beneath his sneakers. As he ventured deeper into the forest, Oliver came across a clearing. In the center of the clearing stood a group of creatures he had only read about in books, talking animals. There was a wise old owl perched on a branch, a playful squirrel nibbling on acorns, and a majestic deer with antlers that glistened in the dappled sunlight. The animals turned to look at Oliver, their eyes filled with curiosity and kindness. The owl, whose name was Professor Hoot, spoke first. "Welcome, young traveler. You have entered the realm of imagination, where the impossible becomes possible." Oliver was amazed. He had so many questions, and the talking animals seemed eager to answer them. They explained that this magical world was a place where imagination had the power to shape reality. Anything one could dream of could come true here, and Oliver's presence was no accident. He was chosen because of his boundless imagination, the creatures offered to be his guides, teaching him the secrets of this wondrous world. They showed him how to conjure fireflies with a thought and make the flowers change colors with a simple wish. Oliver was overjoyed, realizing that his imagination was his greatest strength in this enchanting realm. Chapter 4: The Quest for the Lost Key. As days turned into weeks, Oliver grew closer to his newfound friends, the talking animals. Each day brought new adventures and magical discoveries. But one evening, as they sat around a campfire, Professor Hoot shared a troubling tale. He spoke of a powerful artifact known as the Key of Imagination. It was said to unlock the full potential of one's imagination and was hidden deep within the heart of the enchanted forest. However, the key had been lost for centuries, and without it, the realm of imagination was slowly fading away. Oliver knew he had to help. With the guidance of his animal friends, they embarked on a quest to find the lost key of imagination. Their journey took them through mystical meadows, across sparkling streams, and into dark and mysterious caves. Along the way, they encountered challenges that tested their bravery and wits. One day, while exploring a hidden glen, they stumbled upon a riddle carved into an ancient tree trunk. It read, "In the realm where dreams take flight, where day meets night in gentle light, seek the heart of nature's song, to find where the key of imagination belongs." Oliver knew that solving this riddle was the key to their quest. With the support of his animal friends and his ever-growing imagination, he pondered the words, hoping to unlock the path to the lost key. Little did he know that their adventure was about to take an unexpected turn, leading them deeper into the heart of the magical realm, where the true power of imagination awaited. Chapter 5: The Song of Imagination. Determined to solve the riddle and find the key of imagination, Oliver and his animal friends continued their journey through the enchanting forest. As they walked along a winding path, they heard a faint, melodious tune in the distance. Following the sweet music, they came upon a meadow filled with colorful flowers that swayed in time with the enchanting melody. At the center of the meadow stood a beautiful, glowing tree with leaves that shimmered like emeralds. The animals whispered in awe, "This is the tree of imagination, where the heart of nature's song resides." Oliver knew this was the answer to the riddle. He approached the tree and listened closely to its soothing song. With each note, Oliver felt his imagination come alive in ways he had never experienced before. He closed his eyes, and in his mind's eye, he could see the lost key of imagination. It was hidden deep within the roots of the tree. With newfound determination, Oliver reached out and touched the tree's bark. A soft, warm light enveloped him, and he felt a powerful surge of creativity. He closed his eyes and imagined the roots of the tree lifting from the ground, revealing the long-lost key. As he opened his eyes, he saw the key of imagination floating before him. It was a shimmering, golden key with intricate engravings. He knew that this key held the power to unlock the full potential of his imagination and restore the realm of imagination to its former glory. Chapter 6: The Guardian of Imagination. With the key of imagination in his grasp, Oliver and his animal friends made their way back to the clearing where they had first met the talking creatures. Excitement filled the air as they knew that they were one step closer to saving the magical realm. However, their celebration was short-lived when a rumble echoed through the forest. The ground shook, and the sky darkened as a colossal figure approached. It was the Guardian of Imagination, a mighty and ancient creature tasked with protecting the key. The Guardian spoke with a deep and booming voice, "You have found the key of imagination, young one, but it is not so easily obtained. To prove your worthiness, you must face a challenge." Oliver knew he had no choice but to accept the challenge. The Guardian presented him with a series of puzzles, each one designed to test the limits of his imagination and creativity. With the support and encouragement of his animal friends, Oliver tackled each puzzle with determination and ingenuity. After what seemed like an eternity of solving riddles and overcoming obstacles, Oliver reached the final challenge. It was a door, unlike any he had ever seen before, covered in intricate patterns and symbols. He knew that the key of imagination was the only thing that could unlock it. With trembling hands, Oliver inserted the golden key into the lock. The door slowly creaked open, revealing a blinding burst of light that flooded the forest. The magical realm of imagination was restored to its full glory, thanks to Oliver's unwavering determination and limitless creativity. As the guardian of imagination congratulated him, Oliver knew that his adventure was far from over. With the key of imagination in hand, he had the power to explore new worlds, create incredible stories, and inspire others to believe in the magic of their own imaginations. And so, with his animal friends by his side, Oliver continued his journey, eager to discover the endless possibilities that lay ahead. Chapter 7, The Tale of the Dreamer. With the key of imagination safely in his possession, Oliver's adventures in the magical realm continued. He and his animal friends traveled through enchanted forests, soared high above the clouds on the backs of friendly birds, and even ventured deep under the sea, where they met talking fish and playful mermaids. One day, as they explored a meadow covered in vibrant wildflowers, they encountered a peculiar creature named Dreamer. Dreamer was a tiny, sparkling fairy with shimmering wings and a mischievous twinkle in her eye. She flitted about, leaving trails of glittering dust in her wake. "Hello, Dreamer," Oliver greeted her with a smile. "What brings you to this part of the realm?" Dreamer landed gracefully on a flower petal and replied, "I've heard tales of your quest to find the key of imagination, Oliver. I've been waiting for someone with a heart full of dreams and the power of imagination to arrive." Oliver was curious. "What do you mean, Dreamer?" With a mischievous grin, Dreamer explained, "I have the ability to turn dreams into reality, but only with the help of someone like you, someone who truly believes in the magic of imagination." Oliver's eyes lit up with excitement. He knew that with Dreamer's unique power in his imagination, they could create incredible things together. Chapter 8, Dream to Reality. Dreamer led Oliver and his animal friends to a secluded glade in the heart of the forest, bathed in the soft glow of twilight. There, surrounded by fireflies and the gentle rustling of leaves, Dreamer taught Oliver how to harness the incredible power of turning dreams into reality. She explained that, with the key of imagination and their combined creativity, they could bring to life the most extraordinary dreams and fantasies. Together, they practiced conjuring flying carpets, summoning delicious feasts out of thin air, and even painting the sky with colorful fireworks. Oliver was in awe of what he could create with Dreamer's guidance. He felt like he had become a true magician of imagination. He realized that in this world, the possibilities were limited only by the depths of his dreams and the power of his belief. Word of Oliver and Dreamer's remarkable abilities spread throughout the magical realm. People from all corners of this enchanted world came to witness their magical displays, and they soon became known as the Dreamweavers, enchanting the realm with their wondrous creations. But Oliver never forgot the lessons he had learned on his journey, that imagination was a gift to be cherished, and that believing in the magic within oneself could make dreams come true. As the days turned into years, Oliver and his friends continued to explore the limitless wonders of the magical realm. They inspired others to embrace their imaginations, and the realm flourished with creativity and joy. And so, the little boy with an extraordinary imagination lived happily ever after, knowing that the power of imagination could turn even the wildest dreams into reality. Chapter 9, The Challenge of Doubt. As Oliver and his friends continued their adventures in the magical realm, they encountered a new challenge, one that tested their belief in the power of imagination. It began one sunny morning when a dark shadow crept over the enchanted forest, casting a gloomy pallor over everything, a mysterious figure, known as the Doubtful Sorcerer, appeared before them. With a voice filled with skepticism, he said, "Your imagination is nothing but a trick, a fleeting fancy. It cannot bring real change or solve true problems." The Doubtful Sorcerer challenged Oliver to prove him wrong. He demanded that Oliver use his imagination to solve a pressing issue in the realm, a drought that had been plaguing the land for weeks, causing the plants to wither and the animals to suffer. Oliver felt a heavy weight on his shoulders. Doubt began to creep into his mind. Could his imagination really make a difference in the face of such a serious problem? But his animal friends rallied around him, reminding him of all the magical adventures they had shared, all the challenges they had overcome, and all the wonders they had witnessed. Together, they whispered words of encouragement, filling Oliver with renewed determination. Chapter 10, The Reign of Imagination. Determined to prove the Doubtful Sorcerer wrong and save the realm from the drought, Oliver closed his eyes and focused on his imagination. He envisioned a world where raindrops were made of pure imagination, where the clouds themselves were painted with colors and stories. With a deep breath, Oliver stretched out his arms and began to imagine. He pictured the rain falling gently from the sky, each droplet carrying the power of creativity and belief. Slowly, he began to feel a change in the air. As he opened his eyes, he saw the clouds above them transform into swirling masses of colors and shapes. With a sweeping gesture, he released his imagination into the sky. The clouds responded, releasing a cascade of raindrops that shimmered with magical light. The rain fell upon the land, and as each drop touched the earth, it brought life and vitality back to the realm. The parched soil drank it in eagerly, and the plants began to bloom with vibrant colors. The animals danced with joy as the drought came to an end. The Doubtful Sorcerer watched in astonishment as the realm blossomed with the power of imagination. He had been proven wrong, and his skepticism turned to wonder. Oliver had not only saved the realm from the drought but had also silenced the doubts that had clouded his own mind. He had learned that even in the face of uncertainty, the power of imagination and belief could overcome any challenge. With their faith and imagination restored, Oliver and his friends continued their adventures, knowing that they could create a world filled with magic, wonder, and endless possibilities. And as they journeyed through the enchanted realm, they carried with them the knowledge that imagination was the greatest gift of all. Chapter 11, The Return Home. After many years of magical adventures in the enchanted realm, Oliver began to feel a longing in his heart. As much as he cherished the world of imagination, he missed the familiarity of his own home in Willowville. He missed his family, his friends, and the simple joys of everyday life. One evening, as he sat by the campfire with his animal friends, he shared his feelings with them. "I've had the most incredible adventures here," Oliver said, "but I miss my home, and I want to see my family again." His animal friends understood his yearning, for they had become like family to him. With bittersweet smiles, they encouraged him to follow his heart. They assured him that the power of imagination would always be a part of him. No matter where his journey led, with a heavy heart and tearful goodbyes, Oliver said farewell to his friends and the magical realm. He closed his eyes, held on to the key of imagination, and imagined himself back in his own room, surrounded by the familiar sights and sounds of Willowville. When he opened his eyes, he found himself standing in his room, just as he had imagined. His family rushed in, overjoyed to see him, and he shared tales of his incredible adventures in the realm of imagination. Chapter 12, The Legacy of Imagination. As Oliver settled back into his life in Willowville, he carried with him the lessons and memories of his time in the magical realm. He continued to nurture his imagination, inspiring others with his stories and creativity. He taught children in the town to believe in the power of their own imaginations, just as he had. The magic of imagination didn't fade away with his return, it grew stronger. Oliver's stories captivated his classmates, his neighbors, and even the adults who had once dismissed his tales as mere fantasies. Willowville became a town filled with creativity and wonder, where the impossible seemed possible. Oliver's legacy lived on. And as he grew older, he often found himself gazing at the key of imagination, which he kept in a special place on his bookshelf. He knew that the world was a better place because of the belief in imagination that he had shared, and so, the little boy who had once embarked on a magical adventure in search of the key of imagination had not only discovered the power within himself but had also shared it with the world. In the end, it wasn't just Oliver who had been transformed by the realm of imagination, it was everyone whose heart had been touched by his extraordinary journey. Chapter 13, The Invitation. Years passed, and Oliver grew into a wise and kind-hearted young man. His love for storytelling and his belief in the magic of imagination never waned. He continued to inspire others with his creativity, weaving tales that transported people to far-off lands and enchanted realms. One sunny afternoon, as Oliver sat in the town park, a mysterious envelope landed at his feet. It was sealed with a golden wax seal and had no return address. Curiosity piqued, he opened the envelope and found a beautifully crafted invitation. The invitation read, "Dear Oliver, you are cordially invited to a grand celebration in the magical realm of imagination. Your unwavering belief and boundless creativity have made a lasting impact on our world. And we wish to honor you for your contributions. Please use the key of imagination to join us once more in the enchanted realm, where you will be celebrated as a true dreamweaver." With great anticipation, the inhabitants of imagination, Oliver's heart swelled with joy and excitement. He knew that this was an opportunity to return to the magical realm he had left behind. He looked at the key of imagination, which had remained a cherished symbol of his extraordinary journey. Without hesitation, he inserted the golden key into the air, and with a shimmering burst of light, he found himself standing in the enchanted realm once more, surrounded by the talking animals, Dreamer, and all the magical creatures he had met on his earlier adventures. Chapter 14, The Grand Celebration. The moment Oliver arrived, the realm erupted in cheers and applause. The creatures and beings of imagination had gathered to celebrate the return of their beloved Dreamweaver. Fireworks painted the sky with dazzling colors, and the air was filled with laughter and music. As Oliver looked around, he saw the faces of all the friends he had made on his journey: the wise old owl, Professor Hoot, the playful squirrel, Dreamer with her twinkling wings, and many others who had touched his heart. Dreamer flew to his side, her eyes sparkling with delight. "Oliver, your imagination has forever enriched our world," she said. "You've shown us that belief in the power of imagination can change lives." Oliver smiled and replied, "And you've shown me that the magic of imagination knows no bounds. It's a gift that keeps giving, and I'm grateful for every moment I've spent here." The celebration continued long into the night, with dancing, storytelling, and the sharing of dreams. Oliver knew that this was a moment he would treasure forever. Beautiful ending. As the sun began to rise, Oliver knew it was time to return home once more. He bid farewell to his friends and the magical realm, but this time, it was not a goodbye filled with sadness. It was a promise to return whenever his heart desired. Back in Willowville, Oliver continued to inspire generations with his tales of the magical realm and the importance of believing in one's imagination. The town flourished with creativity and wonder, and people from far and wide came to hear his stories, and so, the little boy who had once embarked on a magical adventure had become a legend in his own right, a dreamweaver who had not only discovered the power of imagination but had also shared it with the world. In the end, it was not just Oliver who had been transformed by his journey, it was the entire world, as people everywhere embraced the magic of imagination and believed that, with a little creativity and belief, anything was possible. Oliver's legacy lived on, a testament to the enduring power of imagination and the boundless wonders it could bring to life.